Hey there, everyone. I am Robert Logan, founder of the Cornerstone Career Readiness Academy. As part of my Career Readiness series of instructional courses, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the Informational Interview Master Course. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be before you here today to share with you what I believe is a strategy that will change your life. The Informational Interview is a strategy that changed my life and one that I am very excited to share with you here today. Now, for all of you who are about to transition from high school, whether you're going on to college or directly into the workforce, you are about to learn a strategy that is going to change the game for you. It's a strategy the likes of which I've been exposed to when I graduated from high school. I suspect my career prospects would have been likely accelerated. And I can tell you that it will be vital that you have the strategies and information that you need to find success once you transition, whether you're going on to college or directly into the workforce, but especially if you're going directly into the workforce after high school. And let me tell you, folks, it's not easy. Now, the problem is that a lot of job seekers out there, particularly young ones just out of high school like you, haven't learned how to leverage the kind of networking strategies that actually lead to jobs. You know, not surprisingly, there are also a lot of middle-aged, mid-career professionals out there who haven't learned or perfected these strategies that you are about to learn. The skills and strategies you're about to learn are typically learned as a result of have spent years in the workplace. So consider yourself lucky. Now, before I get to the nuts and bolts of this strategy, I want to share with you kind of a short story on how this whole journey began for me. Now, my story is not unlike, many others out there who've struggled to find jobs. Several years ago, I had a nice job with a corporate firm as a consultant there. And then combined with my military and medical training, I thought I was on the right path to success. And then one day out of the blue, I get a call from my boss letting me know that I was being laid off. Now, at the time, I knew that we were going through a recession period and, lots of people were getting laid off. But I thought, listen, I'd be fine since I believed that my credentials, were superb. But boy, was I wrong. After, tapping all of my family and friends, and as most people do, and submitting my resume to every resume portal I could find, I had nothing and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And I mean, I had a college degree, military, good training. Well, the problem that I found out was that so did everyone else in some shape or form. And as it turns out, I ended up staying unemployed for about 5 months. Now, needless to say, my friends, it took me those 5 months to figure out a strategy that would enable me to play this game. Like most people who apply for jobs, once the traditional ways of applying were exhausted, I began to feel dejected. So I ended up doing some research on the informational interview and began to perfect it. And once I started conducting my interviews, my professional presence began to expand. And, I ended up going from a career in the medical field to a total transition into the national security arena. So I changed careers altogether. And as I reached out to interviewees, two critical things occurred for me. One, I learned that, from industry experts, what I needed to do to advance my career. And two, I became a prime target on their radar as opportunities came across their desk. I learned more from these people, than I ever thought I could learn in a world, in a lifetime. It allowed me to really differentiate myself and increase my exposure. And that's exactly what happened. Now, the point here is that there are a lot of people out there who can help you access opportunities. You just need to know how to access them. And that's exactly what you are about to learn in this course. Now, I can tell you that, no other networking strategy has had the impact on my career like the informational interview has had. And I am sure that once you learn how to use it, some profound opportunities will present themselves to you as well. Now, that being said, as impactful as the informational interview is as a game-changing strategy, I'm going to tell you that straight up that you get out of it what you put into it. And I mean, there's just no such thing as a free lunch in today's world. Yes, it takes a little work, but I'm telling you that if you are serious about your affairs and follow the steps outlined in this course, you are going to find success. Maybe not on the first or second time you do it, but it will happen if you capture the lessons learning, keep with it. Keep in mind that there's, usually a learning curve associated with every new thing that you do, and this is no different. So with that, my friends, sit back, relax, and get ready to learn a strategy that is going to prepare you, for what you need to do to confront the 21st century employment market that exists today. So I will see you in the next section here.